been a huge part of this year. Like, it's just been so challenging, like being active and playing 4 games and then not, and like not feeling the best, and then like frustrated of like how hard I worked in the off season, and then like all I do is rehab and like continue to do this process. And just like trying to trust that the best I can. And obviously there's really frustrating days.
What happens when the WNBA's most valuable star goes down and the league acts like everything is fine? That's the question hanging over the sport after Caitlin Clark sat down with Sue Bird for what became the most candid, in-depth public discussion of her injury struggles so far. For the first time, Clark opened up about the emotional toll of being thrown straight into Game 30 without proper preparation, and how that experience completely changed the way she views the challenges her injured teammates have faced. She described the mental battle of watching from the sidelines while TV ratings dipped and arena attendance slowed in her absence. The vulnerability she showed in that interview revealed 2 uncomfortable truths: the personal cost of her injuries, and just how much the WNBA depends on her to thrive.
There's days where like it's a little bit easier and like you're very, very motivated and like you're close to the finish line of getting back and being back, and then like it's not like I have a training camp to like build up to like playing my first game again. It's like, no, like you're tossed into Game 30, like go try to play well. Like it's hard, like it really is. And I think it has given me really good perspective on like what a lot of my teammates and people that I've, teams I've been a part of, like certain people have had to go through. Like I've never been through anything like this.
Clark's struggles began earlier than anyone expected. A left quad injury during preseason was the first warning sign, one that sidelined her for 5 games from May 28 to June 10. Just when she found her rhythm again, a left groin injury knocked her out for 4 more regular season games plus the Commissioner's Cup final from June 26 to July 5. But the real breaking point came on July 15, when a right groin injury forced her to miss every game since. What was supposed to be a breakout sophomore campaign turned into a frustrating stop-and-go grind that tested her mentally more than any physical challenge she'd faced in her life.
And I think that's probably why it's been so hard, because I've never really dealt with injury, and that's probably been a challenge in itself, because when I first was feeling pain, I didn't understand it. I didn't know. I was like, am I just tight? Am I just getting old? Do I need to hit a stretch? Do I need to get a little rubbed out? Do I need some icy hot? What's going on here? So I think it's been a balance of understanding my body. And I know whether it's this year, whether it's next year, and even throughout my career, I'm going to be very thankful for this moment.
The uncertainty gnawed at her. This was someone who never missed a college game, suddenly thrown into the brutal reality of professional basketball's demands. In her sit-down with Sue Bird, she explained it bluntly. It's not like I have a training camp. You're tossed into Game 30. No usual ramp-ups. Just trust your body and hope it holds together when you step back on the court. That lack of rhythm became the hardest part to endure.
I think early on, with the first couple injuries, I was like, I need to get back. But I think, my mom texted me, after this last injury, and, they know how hard it's been on me. But my mom was like, you've taken so much time for everybody else. You have to take time for yourself now. So just trying to do that the best I can, too.
A mother's text that changed everything through the frustration. One message stood out. Clark's mom sent her a text that read, "You've taken so much time for everybody else. You need to take time for yourself now." Those words hit differently. For Clark, it wasn't just about rushing back for the team, it was about finally realizing her own health had to come before everyone else's expectations. It was a moment of clarity, one that shifted how she saw her role and responsibility.
Viewership and ticket sales are up across the WNBA, and then and they're also, when you don't play, there's a dip, a substantial dip. So how do you handle, does it impact your patience? You know what I mean? You're coming back from this injury and you know this, everybody knows this, that when you play that changes.
Yeah.
I guess the better question is, how are you managing it so it doesn't impact your patience?
If anyone doubted Clark's value to the WNBA, her absences told the story loud and clear. With Clark on the floor, the Indiana Fever went 8-5. Without her, they stumbled to a 9-9 mark. Attendance dropped. TV ratings dipped. When Clark was playing, like in the May 17th Fever vs. Sky matchup, the game pulled around 2.5 million viewers, one of the biggest WNBA audiences of the year. Later games without her and other key stars averaged closer to 1.5 million on ABC. It wasn't just about wins and losses. It was about the league's momentum, and what happens when their top draw is out.
Definitely been hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to every road game no matter what, like whether I'm playing or not. Like, and it's hard because obviously I do feel this like responsibility of like being out there and playing, and like, not that I like think there's like a fear of any of this ever going away. Like that doesn't happen when like LeBron or Steph get hurt. Like they're always gonna be there. Like, you know, yeah, exactly. So, but like, you do want to play. Like you want to give people something to cheer about or scream about, or, you know, people spend so much time and money and resources to come and watch you play. It's been cool to like see people continue to show up, and like for my teammates, whether they're like fans of the Fever or just fans of myself, like they're continuing to show up and support. And like, that's why I've been trying to take as much time as I can. Like I sign autographs for way longer when I'm hurt than when I'm active. So, that's never something I like wish for, but like, you know, I still want to make as much time as I can for people and, you know, give them something that they can remember. And
Sue Bird's interview took a sharp turn when she asked Clark about her sideline coaching while injured. Clark grinned before dropping a line that made WNBA executives squirm. "I was more so coaching the refs. I would make a good ref. I wouldn't miss a call." It landed like a direct challenge to league headquarters.
I feel like I would be a really good ref, though, from the side.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't miss a call.
Backseat ref.
And it wasn't just a joke. This season, officiating has been a hot-button issue. Coaches and players have spoken publicly about inconsistencies, with some fined for their remarks. Clark's timing made it impossible to brush off her comment as casual banter. Her basketball IQ gave weight to her critique. She studied film. She knows what fouls look like. She understands angles and contact. And she's seen patterns from the bench, both in the calls that were made and the ones that mysteriously weren't.
I think the most challenging part of like all this, so obviously I have the first injury and I sit out 4 games, and then I come back and I play really well.
Yeah.
And I feel really good. And like even just begin the year, like I played great. Like I started the year really good. Like I felt really great. Like my numbers were great. I was shooting the ball well. And then I get hurt, and it's like, okay, like, you gotta get healthy, whatever. You're like, I'm gonna do whatever I can, you know, to get back to what I was doing and whatever, feel good.
What was the biggest adjustment out of all of that?
I think just how much I was getting pressured. Like, it was just like constant full court. And also, I think as the season went on, like that chilled out as much. Like, it's hard to like want to do that an entire season. Like teams like, you don't want to pick up 94 feet the entire season. Like, that's just hard.
But Clark's comments about officiating only scratched the surface of a bigger problem: the level of physicality she's faced since stepping into the league. This isn't the usual, welcome to the pros, treatment rookies get. This is relentless, calculated targeting, full court pressure every possession, aggressive trapping, and constant body contact designed to wear her down. It's not just defense, it's a war of attrition. Clark's combination of deep-range shooting and surgical passing makes her uniquely dangerous. So instead of just guarding her, opponents aim to physically grind her down over 4 quarters. The result? Repeated soft tissue injuries in her quad and groin, and a season that's been anything but smooth. She admitted she's never faced anything like this. Not in college, not in youth ball. The contrast between the protection star players got at the NCAA level and what she faces now couldn't be starker.
That's it for today's video. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.